We are kicking off the fall 2025 Digital Lives. Our first guest is Moe Hamade, aka Moe Hamade.
I've done an internship at the Digital Summer Clinic with Vacuum Robotics, where we worked on autonomous lake cleaning vehicles. I'm also a game developer, so I have my own game development company, and that's what I spend my free time on.
What would you say the most valuable part of the Digital Summer Clinic was for you? And what was the most important thing you learned?
I think for sure the most valuable thing was the other founders that we were working with and the mentors. They were very helpful. Anytime I had questions, they were here for me. Even meeting founders from the company I worked at, Vacuum, and founders from other companies, they were super helpful. They were super open to talk. They gave me a lot of valuable advice. I also got a ton of real world experience actually working at a company, especially a startup where it's like fast paced. The thing I really liked about working at a startup is that everything you do matters. You're working towards something that'll help get the company to the next step, their next goal. Another thing that I think was great was being in the Digital Summer Clinic really boosted my professional confidence. And it made me realize that I can take the skills that I have been building up at school or at home for the past few years, and I can apply them at a real professional level, not just for fun or for a school project.
How did you learn about game development, and when did you start?
I actually started game development almost 10 years ago. I met a couple guys who were my age right now, so they were a lot older than me. They were into game development, and they started showing me, like, look, this is what we do. This is what we use. I'm like, man, this looks really cool. I want to try this. I went home. First thing I did, I downloaded Unreal Engine, and I just started watching YouTube videos. It took me a long time. I'd say it took me longer than like the average person to actually get to a point where I was good at it. Like, I'm so glad I went through that struggle and I spent the time like learning something like that.
What is it like operating your own startup? You have your company Express Lane. Did you take anything away from the clinic that you've used there as well?
A ton of stuff. Operating my own startup it's very exciting, but it's challenging. It's a little scary. You don't have, when you're working for another founder, you're like, okay, all the responsibilities on him. If someone does a bad job, the responsibility is on the founder. So I learned a lot from working with Amr. He's a really, really smart guy, and he really knows what he's doing. He had a very empathetic way of approaching the other employees at the company. He was very understanding. I think that was the first time that I worked for someone, and I'm like, man, I really want this guy to be happy with me. I want him to be impressed with my work, and I want to do my best. I'm trying to kind of replicate his style of leadership with my team to make them have that same feeling, like I want to do a good job because I want to do it, not just because I'm getting paid or because it's something I can put on my resume. Yeah, the biggest lesson I learned is sometimes it really pays to be kind to other people. Talk to them, ask them about their day, and that can go a really long way. Good leaders create other good leaders. I think it was an NBA coach who said that about he tries to make all his players kind of leaders in their own right, so they can all lift each other up. That really resonated with me. But at the end of the day, it's easier said than done. Otherwise, every company would be successful and everyone would be doing great. So I'm trying my best to emulate that. But we still got some ways to go before I become like Amr. But hopefully, I'll get there.
A big thank you to Moe. It was great having you on as a guest. Thank you so much for telling us about your experience and about your future steps moving forward. Our next live will be on September 29th at 5:30 p.m. We'll see you guys then.